Barbell Therapy and Wellness YouTube channel. My name is Dr. Allie, and I bring you safe, evidence-based exercises to help you improve your daily life through your pelvic floor dysfunction. So today we're going to be going over a little more advanced exercise. So I think I have like 2 or 3 videos of this caliber where I'm telling you this is a little bit more advanced than your traditional exercises. It's getting a little bit more complicated and a little bit more into the deeper core. So this is great for transverse abdominis activation, which is that deep core that we're trying to get more muscle recruitment through. So for today's setup, you need to have resistance bands, which I've got anchored behind me, and another resistance band. So we're going to be doing a clamshell with a punch. So you're going to need a band for your legs and the clamshell, and then a band for the punch. Now obviously, bands are technically optional. You do not have to have them, nor do you have to use them if you find that they are too hard. However, for this level of intensity of an exercise, I would like the resistance for my clients because it does obviously help with that resistance pushing through to get more muscle recruitment. So, as far as the band around your legs, you need a loop. If you have a long TheraBand at home, you can tie it together in a knot to create a loop, or if you already have a loop, you can use the looped band. Now, if you have a fabric band, I love these. These are fantastic. Use these if you have them. So, you will. I'm going to put this around my legs, up above the knees. And then, as for the bands that you're going to be using to punch, I have anchored these around 2 of my, I'm pretty sure those are the 50-pound dumbbells. So these shouldn't move. This is pretty secure. So you want to make sure your bands are anchored to a very secure location as well, to where if you punch them, they will not snap, they will not break, or an object will not fall on you. So please make sure it is safe to do this. So I want the bands anchored behind me if I'm going to be punching forward with the resistance. So I'm going to get into a clamshell position. So once I'm in my clamshell position, I'm going to reach behind me and attempt to find my resistance bands. So you want to hold the bands. Think thumb is like right below your armpit. So you know how to do a clamshell, correct? If you don't know how to do a clamshell, stop this video right now and go refer to the basics. Clamshell is hip abduction, going up and then down without rotating your back or belly to face the ceiling. So I'm staying nice and stable, and I'm pushing into that resistance. It doesn't have to be a big movement if you have enough resistance. Trust me, I'm working my hip abductors or my glutes. So you know how to do the clamshell. Next, as you clamshell, we are going to punch. So you're going to find that instead of wanting to rotate back with a punch, you're going to want to rotate forward. So rotate that rotation forward, you're going to really feel it in your core muscles. So here, and then retract and let down at the same time. So it's going to be clamshell, punch. Really think about holding that transverse abdominis, or that deep core contraction through the exercise. And relax. If you want to make this exercise harder, you have 2 choices. 1, increase the resistance on the bands, or 2, we can add in a sweep to the arms. What does that mean? Let me show you. So punch, clamshell, sweep, slow, and lower down. So whenever you do the sweep, this is taking the resistance farther away from your core. So the farther out you hold the weight from your center of gravity, the harder it is for your core to maintain. So that sweep is going to add a little bit extra oomph to you trying to hold the core control, okay? So if you can hold the core control through this, then you probably need to up the resistance bands. So obviously, what you do on one side, you need to do on the other side. Now, if you find that this is pretty easy, there is an option to come into a side plank with a hip abduction. Let me show you. I'm going to prop myself up on my forearm. I still have my band in the same place. And then, alright, so we are going to do the lift. My knee is still down. Clamshell, punch, retract. Okay, so activating the core, clamshell, punch, retract. Clamshell, sweep, relax down. This one is much harder, but if you can progress to the side plank, that is going to make it a little bit harder and more challenging for your core, which is obviously what you want to do if you are trying to strengthen that deep transverse abdominis. So, in strengthening the core, we also help strengthen the pelvic floor. By adding the punch, it helps recruit more fibers. You're doing yourself more of a service. If you have any questions or concerns, please drop a comment below, like this video if you found it helpful or enjoyed it at all, and then subscribe if you would like to see more exercises like this that can help you solve your pelvic floor and core issues at home. So, you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later.